How sitteth alone the city that once was full of people? The lady of folks is made as a widow. The princess of provinces is made under tribute. It weeping wept in the night, and the tears thereof be in the cheeks thereof. There is none of all the dear worthy thereof that comforteth it. All the friends thereof forsook it, and be made enemies to it. Judah passed from torment and multitude of servage. It dwelled among heathen men, and found no rest. All the pursuers thereof took it among anguishes. The ways of Zion mourn, for no men come to the solemnity. All the gates thereof be destroyed. The priests thereof wail, the virgins thereof be defiled, and it is oppressed with bitterness. The enemies thereof be made in the head, and the enemies thereof be made rich. For the Lord spake on it, for the multitude of wickednesses thereof the little children thereof be led into captivity before the face of the troubler. And all the fairness of the daughter of Zion went out from the daughter of Zion. The princes thereof be made as rams, not finding pastures, and went forth without strength before the face of the pursuer. And Jerusalem bethought on the days of her affliction and of trespassing, and on all her desirable things which it had from old days, when the people thereof fell down in the hand of enemies, and none helper was. Enemies saw it, and scorned the Sabbaths thereof. Jerusalem sinned a sin, therefore it was made unsteadfast. All that glorified it forsook it, for they saw the shame thereof. Forsooth it wailed, and was turned aback. The filths thereof be in the feet thereof, and it had no mind of her end. It was put down greatly, and had no comforter. Lord, see thou my torment, for the enemy is raised. The enemy put his hand to all desirable things thereof. For it saw heathen men entered into thy sanctuary, of which thou hadst commanded that they should not enter into thy church. All the people thereof was wailing and seeking bread. They gave all precious things for meat, to strengthen the soul. And the city that saith, See thou, Lord, and behold, I am made vile. All ye that pass by the way, perceive and see. If any sorrow is as my sorrow, for he gathered away my grapes from me, as the Lord spake in the day of wrath of his strong vengeance. From on high he sent fire in my bones, and taught me. He spread it abroad, a net to my feet. He turned me aback. He setted me desolate, meddled together all day with mourning. The yoke of wickednesses watched in the hand of him. Those be folded together and put on my neck. My strength is made feeble. The Lord gave me in the hand, from which I shall not be able to rise. The Lord took away all my worshipful men from the midst of thee. He called time against me, that he should all foul my chosen men. The Lord stamped oppressor to the virgin, the daughter of Judah. Therefore I am weeping, and mine eye is leading down water, for a comforter, converting my soul, is made far from me. My sons be made lost, for the enemy had the mastery. Zion spreadeth abroad his hands, none is that comforteth it. The Lord sent against Jacob enemies thereof, in the compass thereof. Jerusalem is made as a defiled, with unclean blood among them. And the city saith, The Lord is just, for I stirred his mouth to wrathfulness. All peoples, I beseech, hear ye, and see my sorrow. My virgins and my young men went forth into captivity. I called my friends, and they deceived me. My priests and mine eld men in the city be wasted, for they sought meat to themselves, to comfort their life. See thou, Lord, for I am troubled. My womb is disturbed, mine heart is destroyed in myself, for I am full of bitterness. Sword slayeth without forth, and like death is at home. They heard that I make inward wailing, and none is that comforteth me. All mine enemies heard of mine evil. They be glad, for thou hast done it. Thou hast brought a day of comfort. They shall be made like me. All the evil of them enter before thee. Gather thou grapes away from them, as thou hast gathered grapes away from me. For my wickednesses, for my wailings be many, and mine heart is mourning.